Hey everyone, it's Allison and welcome back to the Unamundum YouTube channel. Today I will be doing a quick Google Drive crash course and showing you some key functions and things that you should know when using Google Drive.
Alright, so obviously you're going to start off by going to Google and then finding your Google Drive. So you can either do this by typing it in the search bar, or you can also go to this little box here and scroll until you find the Drive icon. So this is an account that I just created because I don't really want to be showing my private account, so these are all just filler documents. But obviously your Drive will have more stuff in it as time goes on. So personally, I have a school account and a private account, and this just helps me keep things separate and to be able to organize things better. So the first button that I'm going to show you is this new button. So when I press this new button, the first option we're going to see is new folder. And I'm just gonna name this subscribe because you should subscribe. And this is gonna pop up here, and this helps me with organization. For my school account, I make a folder for each subject that I have in school, and then whenever I make a new document, I can just drag and drop it straight in like so. The next option you have for adding new is a file upload, and this is gonna allow you to add whatever you want directly from your computer. So say for example that I wanted to add this picture of a worksheet into my drive. I would just click on it, press open, and now it is uploading into your drive. Next, we can do folder upload. So this is if you have an entire folder of documents. For example, I have this folder with 3 different docs in it. I would just click upload, and then you'll see it pops up in here as a folder. And then I can take any of my existing documents and also add those into that folder, and now it is safely stored in my drive. Next up, these 4 are kind of like the core Google things, but if you press more, you can also use these. I've never really used these that often, but obviously Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides are the ones that I use the most. Next, I'm going to go through this sidebar here. So on computers, this is going to sync different computers together so that throughout your Google account, it'll show on every single device that your drive is linked on. This is helpful because that way you can access your stuff from multiple devices. So the next one is shared with me, and this is a category where you can find if somebody shared a doc or something with you. Next is the recent. So again, this is if you have a ton of things and you just want to find what you've been working on most recently, and this helps narrow it down versus your drive might be organized a little differently. All right, next is this starred category. This is if you want to mark something as important so that you can really quickly find it every time you open your drive. And how you're going to do that is go to whatever one you find important, click these 3 dots, and then press add to starred, and then you go to starred and it'll show up there. And then finally is trash. So if I decide I don't want this anymore, I can either drag and drop, or I can press these dots and press remove. And here you can look at your storage. If you do ever get an alert that you have low storage, this is going to tell you what's taking up the most storage. And also on here, it'll show you your starred, which is really nice if you really want to make sure that you don't get rid of something. Next up is the search bar, and this is super helpful if you want to find your documents really fast. So the first thing is this little bar here. You can choose any file type that you want, and it'll show you all that you have of that. For example, if I choose documents, there's all sorts of filters on here to really help you narrow down your search. And then of course you can always just type in words. If I want to put subscribe, then all of these that say subscribe in them would pop up. And then again, searching, you can do this whole filters thing. It's another option. Next, we're going to do layout. So if you want previews of each doc, you leave it like that. But if you press this button, then it'll switch to a list format with just the titles, but you can change it back just by this button. Next up, you can sort how everything is appearing in your drive. So if I do like so, then I can change how I want it to be.
Alright, that was my Google Drive crash course. I hope you found this video helpful. As always, if you have any questions, always feel free to contact us. Make sure to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you next time.